Welcome, curious minds, to a deep dive into strategic mastery. Today, we're really digging into a fascinating League of Legends tournament match. This one's from July 31, 2025. Our mission here, it's really to break down how two, well, fundamentally different team strategies clashed, how they adapted, and what ultimately led to victory.
Yeah, and we've done a great foundation for that. We're basing this on detailed match notes, team comp breakdowns, strategic overviews, and a really meticulous play-by-play. So this lets us properly unravel this showdown between Devon's team and Kenny's team.
Okay, let's set that strategic stage then. We've got Devon versus Kenny. To really get how this game played out, we need to understand their core identities, right? Their philosophies. What were they trying to do on the Rift?
Right. So Devon's team, they're known as the Stoic Assassins. They came in with a very aggressive, proactive comp. You've got top Aatrox, jungle Kayn, mid Zed, ADC Aphelios, and support Pyke. That's a classic dive comp, basically. Designed for chaos, isolating targets, just immense kill pressure everywhere. Lots of flanking tools, too. They want to go in.
Go in fast.
Exactly. Then you have Kenny's team, the Guardians Freightress. Total contrast. Their lineup: top Garen, jungle Rammus, mid Galio, ADC Caitlyn, support Braum.
Wow, okay. Very different.
Yeah, pure tank core defense. It's all about peel, lane safety, and just, strong counter engage. They're built to be an immovable object, protecting that Caitlyn.
So an all-out assault versus this, impenetrable defensive line. That sounds like a textbook strategic tension. Let's unpack this. What were the key strengths and weaknesses going into this?
Precisely. For Devon, their strength is undeniable lane kill threat, everywhere. They can dominate side lanes, snowball fights really fast with picks and resets.
What the downside?
Oh, yeah. Super squishy if that initial burst fails. They really struggle if fights just become front-to-back slugfests. And champions like Pyke and Zed, they fall off hard if the game stalls. Slim margin for error.
Makes sense. And Kenny's team?
Kenny, well, they thrive on that defense. They're great against assassins. That tank line gives Caitlyn so much space. And their team fight win condition, it's pretty straightforward. Protect Caitlyn.
Simple, but effective if they pull it off.
Right. But weaknesses. Super reliant on positioning. If they get flanked without vision, they're in trouble. And crucially, if Caitlyn dies, well, their damage just vanishes. Poof.
So yeah, truly all-in assault versus this, fortress defense.
Exactly.
Okay, so given these, very different plans, how did it actually play out early on? Did Devon just try to smash through the gates immediately, or was it more cautious?
It started more like probing, actually. Top lane, Aatrox was pushing Garen hard, but Garen, with Doran's shield, good defensive play. He was weathering the storm. He didn't die, which kind of slowed Devon's plan there.
Oh, okay.
Mid lane, you had Zed and Galio trading. Galio got wave control early, but then level 6 hits, and Zed just shows his individual skill. Perfect all-in, ignite, double shuriken. First blood on Galio.
Ah, there's the assassin pressure.
Yep, a big early statement. Bot lane, Pyke tried to make plays, hooked Braum under tower even, but Caitlyn, with her range and traps, she just won the trades, denied Devon down there.
So mixed results.
Kind of. And Kenny's jungle, Rammus, he got a successful counter gank around 8.45, killed Aphelios.
Ouch.
Yeah. Early objectives split too. Devon got Herald at 10.00. Kenny took first dragon at 11.10.
So who was the early MVP then?
Gotta be Zed, right.
Yeah.
That solo peel, plus the map pressure he created, even roaming to help Aphelios a bit, huge impact.
Right. So here's where it gets really interesting moving into mid-game.
Yeah.
How did Kenny's fortress start to, take shape, and how did Devon try to crack it?
Well, Kenny responded by grouping mid, literally forming a wall. Galio, Rammus, Braum.
The wall.
Yeah, the objective was clear: deny engages, protect Caitlyn, stop those picks. But Devon, they weren't just going to sit back. Around 18.20, there was this huge fight top lane. Kayn dives deep onto Caitlyn, going for that key target. Rammus gets a massive taunt off on him, mid ability, peels him back.
Looked like a good save.
It was a good save, but then Zed, masterclass flank from Raptors, just deletes Caitlyn.
Wow. Just like that.
Yep. Threat prioritization, right? Took out the damage source. Turned the whole fight into a 3-for-1 for Devon.
Okay, that's huge momentum.
Massive. Off that, Devon grabs the second dragon. Then, crucially, Baron at 22.45 after picking off Braum near river.
Baron buff. Now they push.
They pushed hard. Took mid and top outer towers, but Kenny's team, true to form, they turtled perfectly. Meticulous wave clear with Caitlyn traps, Galio Qs. They controlled vision, denied more towers, bought time even against Baron. Really disciplined defense.
Impressive holding on. Mid-game MVP then.
I'd give it to Kayn. That constant backline threat, dodging peel. He kept the pressure relentless, prevented Kenny from ever truly settling.
So the fortress walls were holding, absorbing hits, but Devon kept knocking harder and harder. How did this, brutal war of attrition finally end? Did Kenny nearly turn it around?
Oh, they absolutely had a moment. Kenny found a great fight near Dragon Pit. Rammus and Galio landed this coordinated taunt chain on Zed as he tried to go in.
Locked him down.
Locked him down. Bought just enough time. Caitlyn survived the initial chaos and just started unloading headshots. Melted Aphelios. That fight ended up 4 for 2 in Kenny's favor. For a second, it really looked like the fortress might just hold indefinitely. Gave him hope.
A real nail-biter then.
Totally. But Devon's response, relentless pressure. They just kept pushing side lanes. Aatrox bot, Zed threatening top, stretching Kenny's defense thinner and thinner. You could just feel something had to break.
The rubber band effect.
Exactly. And the final snap came at 32.30, a masterclass in misdirection. Zed fakes a flank top, draws everyone's eyes.
Okay.
While that's happening, Pyke lands a hook on Caitlyn from a bot lane bush. Critical pick.
Got her.
Galio instantly ults to save her, heroically. But while that's happening, Kayn just dives straight through mid, and Aphelios, who'd been carefully building his chakram stacks, he just unleashed, melted Garen and Rammus the front line.
Wow, perfectly executed.
Just fell apart for Kenny then. Devon secured Elder Dragon at 33.50. That was the final nail. Game ended moments later, 34.08. Caitlyn was dead. Nexus wide open. Devon wins. 21-16 kill score.
Incredible. What a display of, yes, strategic counterplay, but also just that unyielding pressure. It really shows how even the best defense can eventually break. Looking back, what's the core story here? The defining moments are players.
The MVP has to be Zed, no question. Finish 834, his solo kills, those constant flanks, and setting up that final game-breaking pick on Caitlyn. He was the spearhead. He found ways to hit the priority target even inside that fortress. That was the difference maker.
He really was the key.
Yeah, but you got to give an honorable mention to Kayn, too. His constant threat, the way he avoided peel, kept the tempo so high, stopped Rammus from controlling things. He forced Kenny into tough choices, which opened up space for Zed. You know, the source notes summed it up really well. A brutal war of attrition where Kenny absorbs blow after blow until one finally breaks through. And pressure breaks even the thickest armor. Eventually.
Kenny's fortress stood tall until Zed walked right through the front door. Love that.
Exactly.
What a fantastic breakdown. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into just, brilliant strategic play and persistence. And for you listening, there's maybe a lesson here beyond the game, isn't there? Even the toughest defenses, the biggest challenges, they can be overcome. It takes relentless, smart pressure, adapting your approach, whether it's a game, a work project, or, a personal hurdle. That principle holds.
It really does, and it makes you think, doesn't it? What fortresses do you encounter in your own life? And how might thinking about sustained intelligent pressure give you a new angle to tackle them?